Deadpool and Wolverine is the best Marvel movie in a very long time. I recently seen the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and it was fucking great. The comedy, the choreography, it was all great. If you like the previous two Deadpool movies, you will love this movie. There are so many Marvel movies that have came out recently that have just been garbage. The movies, the shows, a lot of it is just trash. In my opinion, I think they're really, really bad. They've missed the mark on a lot of their movies, on a lot of their shows. And it's just been a mess. It's been all over the place. You know, the whole multiverse thing, it didn't exactly work out the way they wanted it to work. But this was great. Honestly, this was fucking great. The comedy in it was incredible. There was a point where a certain character shows up and you think it's a certain person, but it's actually a different person. And then that person ends up dying, which then leads to some great jokes and some great moments. I think Hugh Jackman did a great job in this. I really do. He really portrayed the character again in a great way, as he always does with all the other Wolverine performances in the past. This one is no different. Ryan Reynolds obviously did a great job as Deadpool, but I mean, everyone knows that he was great in the first two movies, so obviously he's great in this one as well. The comedy, the action, there's some action scenes that are just great. There's a certain scene in a car with someone, I won't say who, and the choreography in it is just fantastic. The music choice is also great. They have some great soundtracks throughout the movie, but there are some issues that I had with the movie. Some of the jokes just didn't land the way that they probably intended them to land, but again, there's a very few amount of jokes like that. Majority of them are great and quite funny. There's also an overuse of slow motion to the point where it kind of is like, okay, get to the point. It happens a couple times throughout the movie and it's kind of annoying, especially towards the end of the movie. Aside from that, I didn't really have any issues with the movie. I thought it was funny. I thought the choreography was great. The plot, I mean, the plot is simple. You know, the plot is very, very simple, but the plot is always simple in the Deadpool movies. If you're going into Deadpool for a Martin Scorsese level plot or performance, then, I mean, why are you going to watch it? You know, there's no point in doing that and going into these movies with that intention of being blown away by some incredible plot, because it just doesn't. It does feel fresh though, because obviously, you know, a lot of people die. It's very violent. It's very graphic. The ending is a bit anticlimactic, I thought personally. It just felt a bit slow towards the end. And also the beginning is also kind of slow. The middle part of the movie is great and really well paced, but I feel like the start and the end are a bit on the slower side. Maybe that was just me. I don't know, but I just felt like they were a bit slow at some points. Overall, though, great movie. Really good movie. There's just a few little things that I mentioned earlier, issues, but even then, they're barely issues to complain about. I really had to think about those issues just because, you know, there had to be something wrong or something that bothered me, and those were the first things that came to my mind. I'm going to give Deadpool and Wolverine a 7.5 out of 10. I would highly recommend it if you haven't seen it already. It's great, and if you're tired of the recent Marvel movies, it's a breath of fresh air. So, yeah.